Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 2, Unit 2.3 Notes, Day 2. Today we're talking about solving special case systems algebraically. Our learning target today is to be able to solve special case linear systems by using substitution or elimination. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to be talking about are different special cases, and that's infinite or no solution. Okay, so we got infinite solutions on our left and no solutions on our right. So infinite solutions occur when the variables cancel out completely, excuse me, and the remaining equation is true. So let's go ahead and look at our first example. Now, what method should I choose? Well, there's a variable by itself, so I need to circle what it equals to and then plug in. So for this first one, we're using substitution. So I know that 3 parentheses, the 4y plus 20 minus 12y equals 60. Okay, so this is my checkpoint. I only have y variables, which means I can continue. I'm going to distribute the 3. 3 times 4 is 12y. 3 times 20 is 60. And the rest stays the same. I look to combine my like terms, and when I combine my like terms, they cancel out. And what I'm left with is 60 equals 60, which is a true statement. Okay, this is true. So that means that my answer is infinite solutions. Okay, the variables canceled out completely, and the remaining equation is true. Okay, now let's look at no solutions. So no solution occurs when the variables cancel out completely and the remaining equation is false. Okay, now for this one we have elimination. Yeah, because the x's and y's are on the same side. So I'm going to look at the x's to see what I can cancel, because I think those are going to be the easiest to cancel. Now I need the lowest common multiple of 3 and 2. So if you don't know what 3 and 2 both go into, you should be writing the multiples of 3 and the multiples of 2. And I see that 6 is the lowest number. So I need to multiply the top by 2, the bottom by 3. And now they're both negative, so one of them needs to be positive. So I'm just going to multiply the top. So we need to distribute that negative to everything, the negative 2. So we get a positive 6x, a negative 12y, and negative 2 times negative 30 is, or negative 15, sorry. So the answer is a positive 30. Now we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6x. 3 times 4 is 12y. And then 3 times 2 is 6. So when I go to cancel everything out, or to cancel my x's out, my y's cancel too, and everything on the left side is gone, so I'm left with a 0. And then 30 plus 6 is 36. Now that is false. 0 does not equal 36, so my final answer is no solution. Okay, so we're going to go through some practice together. We're going to solve the systems by using substitution or elimination, and we get to pick. All right, so number one, I'm going to use not substitution, I'm going to use elimination because my x's and y's are on the same side. I'm going to cancel out my x's because I know I can multiply the top by 2, and that'll make 8x, and it'll cancel out. So 2 times 4, we get 8x minus 6y. 2 times 9 is 18. Now the bottom equation stayed the same. And when I go to combine everything, my x's cancel and my y's cancel. So on the left side, I'm left with 0, not 0x or 0y, just 0. And 13 plus 18 gives me 31. And that is false. 0 does not equal 31. So my answer is infinite solutions. All right, number 2. As I'm looking through number 2, I see that the y is by itself. So I'm going to circle what it equals, and I'm going to find the y on my top equation. And now we're going to substitute. So I got 10x minus 5, 2x minus 3 is what we're plugging in, and that equals 15. So just remember, we need to do the check to make sure we have the same variable. And now I'm going to distribute the negative 5. So negative 5 times 2 is negative 10x. Negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15. Go ahead and combine your like terms, and 10x minus 10x, they cancel. And we're left with 15 equals 15, which is a true statement. So my final answer is infinite solutions. Okay, number 3. I see that the x is by itself. I'm going to circle what it equals, and then I'm going to plug it in. Okay, so I've got negative 2, parentheses, the 2y plus 5 plus 4y equals negative 10. Okay, there's my check. I've got the same variable, and now I can distribute that negative 2. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4y. Negative 2 times 5 is a negative 10. Plus 4y equals negative 10. Find your like terms. And yep, they cancel. So we're left with negative 10 equals negative 10, which is a true statement. So our final answer is infinite solutions. All right, number 4. So the first thing I notice about 4 is my x's and y's are on the same side. And I'm going to go for canceling my y's this time, just because those are easier numbers to work with. Now, we already did this example, like, how do I cancel out 3 and 2? Well, I'm going to multiply by 2 and 3, okay? So I'm going to multiply the top by 3 and the bottom by 2. So I'm going to multiply the top, so 3 times 6 is 18x plus 6y equals negative 6. Okay, now on the bottom, 2 times negative 9 is negative 18x. 2 times 3 is negative 6y because it's negative 3. And 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Now on the left, my x's cancel and my y's cancel, so I'm left with 0. And no, negative 6 minus 6 does not cancel. That's negative 12. And does 0 equal negative 12? No. So my answer is no solution. Okay. Now, Don't confuse this one as no solutions or infinite solutions special case. Let's go through and see what happens. So there's my x. I'm going to plug all of that right in there. So I have negative 10 times negative 1/2 y plus 3 minus 10y equals negative 30. So we have to make sure to distribute. Negative 10 times negative 1/2 is 5. Negative 10 times 3 is negative 30. Minus 10y equals negative 30. We need to combine our like terms, and they don't cancel. It's negative 5y minus 30 equals negative 30. You add 30 to both sides. Negative 30 plus 30 is 0. And when I divide by negative 5, that's not no solutions. I get that y equals 0. So when I get that y equals 0, I'm getting a point. And that is the point of intersection. So I know the y. So now I got to plug back in and find the x. So we said that y equals 0. Negative 1/2 times 0 is 0. So then we get the point 3, 0. Okay? All right, now on the back is independent practice, okay? These are ones that you should be doing on your own, okay? Now the nice thing about it, your answers are all down there, okay? I can just help you out with telling you how to solve it. For number 1 or number 6, the x's and the y's are on the same side. So I would use elimination. All right. And we would cancel out the y's. For number 7, I'm using substitution because the y is by itself. So I'm going to plug in for the y. Number 6 is set up for elimination because x's and y's are on the same side, and I think that the x's are the easiest to cancel. Number 9 is set up for, it's set up for substitution because the x is by itself and we can plug in. All right, don't be scared about number 10, like, oh, there's a fraction. Yes, there's a fraction. You're in Algebra 2. You can handle it. Okay, it's set up for substitution. And number 11, the last one that I'm going to help you, this will be the last one I help you set up. I would cancel the y's, okay? And it's set up for elimination, okay? Now, if you need any help on this stuff, guys, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself, okay? If you look on the back, homework is Algebra 2, 2.3 Practice B. It's going to be collected and graded, all right? So this is Mr. Grice signing off for Algebra 2, Unit 2.3 Notes, Day 2. Thanks for watching.